Hi, I'm Fiona, the instructor of the Dropshipping Legals course. Let me just start off by saying welcome to our course and thank you for choosing to learn about dropshipping legals with us. The dropshipping model has been the feature of supply chains and supply chain management systems for decades. However, it's become increasingly popular in recent years because of web-based solutions which have lowered the barrier to entry. Online services such as Shopify, Oberlo and AliExpress have made accessing products direct from manufacturers and distributors simple and efficient. These tools mean that you can get the technology to support your dropshipping business up and running in a matter of hours. However, there is a lot more to running a successful and lawful dropshipping business than just putting the technology in place. In fact, two of the most time-consuming activities will be marketing and administration. There are many online courses which talk about setting up and marketing a dropshipping business. Many of those are taught by people with very little knowledge of law or business administration. Even less of those have knowledge of Australian laws, like the Australian Consumer Law. That's why we've put together this course, which provides the information that you will need to help you navigate the basics of running a lawful dropshipping business. In putting together this course, we've engaged Michael from IT and Startup Lawyers to help us collate and present the legal information, most commonly sought by people setting up a dropshipping business. Michael is an Australian lawyer with an extensive background in management consulting, particularly in the information technology and business process re-engineering space. He first implemented dropshipping technology into large corporate enterprises well before the online services like Shopify and AliExpress even existed. He has qualifications in law, business administration, IT, and corporate governance, to mention just a few. He regularly advises dropshipping businesses as part of his legal practice, IT and Startup Lawyers. We provide a link to IT and Startup Lawyers' website in the comments below, while we provide you with the legal information to get you started and template documents to work with. If you need any specific advice or assistance with amending documents, you can engage IT and Startup Lawyers. Of course, they are a full-service law firm, so fees apply to their services. In addition to the course's content, we've also provided 3 template documents: a Terms of Sale agreement specifically formulated for Australian dropshipping businesses, a privacy policy, and a refunds policy based on the Australian Consumer Law. But before we get started, let's answer one of the most commonly asked questions. Is dropshipping legal in Australia? The answer is a most definite yes, if you comply with the law, and that's what we're here to help you do. This course is broken up into 7 modules. Module 1 being this introduction. In Module 2, we look at the common business structures which you can use to operate a dropshipping business in Australia. Then we move on to discuss some of the costs and benefits of operating a company, which is the structure that IT and Startup Lawyers most commonly recommends to its clients. In Module 3, we bring together a collection of legal information about selling goods online. Throughout this module, we introduce you to the Australian Consumer Law and the Consumer Guarantees, limits to liability, and look at the concept of misleading and deceptive conduct. Module 4 takes a look at the issue of risk and compliance, where we will discuss product liability, intellectual property, and aspects of tax and corporate governance. In Module 5, we dive into the terms of sale. We don't believe it's enough to just have terms of sale sitting on your website. You actually need to understand what they say and how to modify them when necessary. Of course, if you don't know what they say, then you can't modify them. So, we're going to dive into those terms and walk you through them, clause by clause. In Module 6, we're going to move on to privacy. With the European Union's GDPR dominating a lot of the discussions and policy on the internet, it's important to start right here in Australia and understand what Australian businesses need to consider. Finally, we wrap up the course in Module 7 and wish you prosperity in your dropshipping venture. We know there is quite a bit of theory in this course, so we ask Michael from IT and Startup Lawyers to come in and provide his practical knowledge from time to time, just to help reinforce what you've learned. But for now, let's move on to Module 2.
Hi, I'm Michael Barber from IT and Startup Lawyers, and as promised, I'm going to drop in from time to time throughout this course and have a bit of a chat to you about some of the more practical aspects of the theory that you'll be learning. When we put together the content for this course, we really did think about all of the questions that people had asked us in the past, as well as all of those things that we thought businesses needed to know when they're just starting up. I understand for many of you, some of the terminology that we use will be new. I wouldn't worry about that too much. That's just something you get used to over time. What you will find is as you progress with your business, if you're new to business, then the terminology that we use will just become common lingo for you. Anyway, hopefully you'll enjoy the course, and I'll be back a little bit later to talk about business structuring.